Welcome back to the channel, friends. It is good to be here, and I hope you're doing well. So today I'm going to be taking a look at the full release of a game called Siegecaster. This is a frenetic skill-based siege defense roguelite that will put your decision-making and precision to the test as you aim to survive a large-scale siege of your citadel. Now this game is super unique in that it's essentially a tower defense title, but you're manually controlling the aim of your towers, and I found it super fun, super compelling, and would highly recommend this one. Now, if you want to get a copy of this game for yourself, you can certainly do so. It did release in full on May 6th of 2025. Link in the video description below. Otherwise, we're going to hop on in here today. Smash the like button, become a subscriber if you are new here, and thank you so much for spending some time on the channel today. Without further ado, let's rock and roll. Alright, so loading on into the world map. Your boy is fresh off the tutorial and then getting my butt handed to me in level 1, so wish me luck. We'll certainly see what happens. But here's our inventory of runes, and these are used to improve your towers in combat. I'll show you kind of how all that works. You also have a rune shop to, switch out runes you can sell, and then you use a currency called dust to improve your runes. Now, if you have two of the same rune, you can simply drag it on one another to improve the rarity and thus effect. Let's hop on into level 1. We also have our wizard selection here. Fire, wizard, poison, and vortex. All we have is ice, so that's what we're going to go with. Ice, ice, baby. Let's rock and roll. Alright, so each new map does begin with your citadel placement. Your citadel is important because if it falls, you do lose. In the bottom left corner, we do have our gold generation. Gold is used to build defensive towers, essentially, and also purchase walls. Now, this game is big on basically expanding with walls and then capturing the territory by what's called encircling it. So, for instance, this zone right here, this is a node that will allow us to employ an archer-specific rune. And to capture this location, we have to encircle it with walls. And then those walls have to stay defended for this to be in effect still. Okay, so that's kind of how it works. Your citadel is no different. Now, if you want to capture another citadel node, that will generate extra income for you. It's a good idea to try to do so for sure, because you will see this game gets absolutely insane. Now, furthermore, what we want to do is we want to be a little more strategic. So, let's think about where we want our citadel, right? So if we have it right here, we can expand pretty easily and probably, take over this territory here. Otherwise, right here, we have a nice little wood line behind us. We can also expand in the same fashion. I'm thinking probably right here is a good location for our citadel. Now, getting into tower types, we have the archer tower. So this shoots a lobby arrow. You got to be precise with it. Does decent damage and reloads quickly. We have the cannon. So this is an AoE cannon shots. It lobs very, very high. It takes a long time to come down. Reloads very slowly, but does good splash damage. And then you have what's called a bomb ballista. So think of a ballista. Straight line shot does tremendous damage. Good against armored units and big units. So these are the different ones. And of course, when we encircle these areas, we'll get different benefits for each tower type. So let's go ahead and let's play our citadel right here. And let's go ahead and get an archer tower to begin with. Boom. Alright, so we are in build mode currently. To enter battle mode, we simply press spacebar, but what you have to understand about build in battle mode is time is still ticking, right? The enemy is still progressing, albeit slower while we're in build mode. So I have some walls here. I think I do want to place some walls. Let's capture this little archer space right here. And we can rotate our wall pieces with Q and E. So I'll be doing that. But yeah, the enemy is actively advancing on me right now, so this game definitely puts you under pressure. And you get random wall pieces, unfortunately. But we have encircled our first archer rune here, and now we can select the rune that we want to improve our archer stack. So, vortex rune. Base turret damage plus 80%, base turret damage plus 100%, plus gives AoE increase. Otherwise, luck rune, increase gold from killing enemies, plus 20% chance for double the gold, plus increases damage as well. I kind of like that. Let's go with that. I think it's going to be useful. We have 15 gold left, so let's get on the battle map. And essentially what you're going to notice here is the enemies will just continuously flood in. Now, my different attacks are dictated by the different tower types that I have, okay? And those are just allocated to Wasta. So W is our arrow shot. A is our wizard shot, as dictated by the wizard that we chose to start the campaign with. And then once we add the bomb ballista and the cannon, those will be assigned to the other 2 keys, okay? These enemies will actively try to get to your tower and destroy your walls. And you got real pesky ones. You gotta pay attention to their movements. You gotta lead them appropriately. And we definitely want to add more towers so I have more overall ammunition to shoot of each tower type. So let's see if we can get this bird just quelled. Yeah, get out of here, man. Flying around, bothering me. So it starts off nice and chill, right? We're just kind of shooting fish in a barrel, but things do ramp up pretty significantly. I told you I got my butt kicked. First time I tried level 1, just acclimating myself to the game. Well, to the real game, more like post-tutorial. And yeah, level 1 even gave me a great challenge. This game's tough. And we got these guys. They have very shifty actions. And this game will sneak up on you too, like, they'll put a subtle wave in like the bottom right corner or the bottom left corner that you might not notice right away. Alright, that guy gets wrecked. You get wrecked. Boom. Obviously, the closer in they are, a bit easier it is to hit them, but we have 357 gold. I think we should add some more defenses. Let's add some more archers. They are kind of the backbone of what we're trying to do here. And now we have 10 total arrows in the quiver. And each tower type has a different reload time, essentially. And those can be augmented with runes as well. Another thing on runes is, basically your profile, as long as you play it, whenever you get a rune, whether you win or lose, you actually keep that rune. So I got a few runes in my first run that we're using here today. Or more like the ability to improve some of the existing runes that we had. So let's see if we can have some success here today. And we got the goblin rune bearer, or whatever you want to call it. He's on the field, and this guy will actually give you a rune for your profile if you can kill him. So let's see if we can slow him up again. I like to use the slow. It's nice and useful. And we got the reload rune in the inventory. Now that's permanently in the inventory, which is good. This game gives you a lot of reason to keep playing it, that's for sure. Hopefully your aim is better than mine here, folks. You're gonna need it in this game. Looks like we got a little bat coming from the corner. Let's see if we can just address him quickly. Yeah, gotcha. Get wrecked. Now you're probably thinking we should probably add another tower type, and you are absolutely right. I want to expand a little bit. Seems like our 3 stacks of archers can kind of hold out pretty decently, at least so far. Sometimes you just gotta spray and pray too. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's expand a little bit more. These citadel locations are key because they generate more gold for you. So I'm going to try to see if I can just encapsulate this real quick. And getting random wall segments as well adds to the challenge. Really does. Alright, so we got that. Our gold generation is now 3.3, which is good. We're using a lot of archers, so let's see if we can capture another archer rune. Looks like we can. Perfect. Alright, so it's going to reload faster. Speed rune is going to... Projectiles will travel faster, does more damage. Yeah, I like that. Help me be a little more precise. We have 296. I think what I want to do is... Let's go ahead and add our cannon. And we'll get a bomb list in short order here. Now you see that arrow is just humming. Find myself a little more accurate with it. So let's spray and pray. We got a big incursion. Looks like our mortar is just a little too far. Managed to take out most of these annoying bats, though. They got real shifty motions, man. Alright, we got some merchants. So these guys will drop gold. Definitely want to try to take these guys out. It's a good gold bonus for what you're trying to do. Nice, we got all 3 of them. It's like the bombard hits, which is good to see. I think maybe I'm like just a little short on my angle. Alright, so we got another one of these guys. Alright, down he goes and we get another rune, which is great. AoE size rune. Okay. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a few more runes. Alright, so Ballista rune. Ice rune. Bomb Ballista only. Plus 20 damage. It's going to slow the enemy. It's going to reload faster and 60% more damage. I think I like that. Let's take it. Reload rune. And speaking of the Ballista, let's get it. The Ballista is a nice straight line shot. You can see it right there. Gets to its target quickly. Does good things for ya. Definitely want to try to handle the enemies as much as you possibly can. We're on weight 14 of 40, so we got a long ways to go yet, my friends. Get these annoying bats before they're able to persist. Let's get these guys before they get on my walls, man. We're going to start to see dragons showing up shortly. Alright, here we go. Big incursion. Good opportunity for the mortar to show its effectiveness. These birds, the birds and bats, man, they are literally the worst. Alright, get home, mortar. Boom. Alright, good deal. Let's see, we've got 755. I think should probably add some more armaments. Let's add some more archers. Let's add another ballista. Probably want to get another bombard cannon as well. Alright, we got a dragon. So you want to take those guys out with your ballista bolts. Snipe them down. Let's go. Dragon. Missed. Boom. Not that time. It's wise to usually go heavy on archer, or at least I've found, because the other buildings tend to take a long time to reload. Alright, so we got this guy. And he will shoot a projectile. I think my wall is compromised. Yeah, it is. So now we have to patch this up. And I have to continue to expand as well. So let's see if we can't get this. Alright, so cannon rune. Luck rune, we have the wind rune. Or it's going to reload faster. Let's do the knockback plus 80% damage. Sounds great to me. Let's do it. Get wrecked, dragon. these speedy guys that are shifty. Another challenging foe to get in your sights. But you just gotta keep on shooting. Alright, we got a structure coming up. Let's bombard it. I believe that will spawn units, so let's take it out promptly. Alright, nice. We've got some merchants. Definitely welcomed. Take it. I got a grand. Alright, so let's get another cannon. 2 more archers. Alright, I got a big dragon now. Alright, he gets taken out. I think what I want to do is... So the first time I tried this, off camera of course, I kind of overexpanded a little bit, and it led to my downfall. It's too much territory to protect. Looks like we have these battle tanks now. So these guys you want to take out with the ballista. And the regular goblins act as kind of meat shields for these guys a little bit. But yeah, as I was saying, I think I overexpanded a little bit. And it created too much territory for me to control, right? Alright, got 1 dragon. You're wrecked, dragon. So it kind of remains to be seen, like, what is the appropriate level of expansion? I think your bombards hurt your towers as well. Or your walls, I should say. Alright, they're closing in. Let's get this patched up. Darn bats, man. Alright, let's keep going. Definitely a little stressful. Let's see. What do I need more of? Ballista, maybe? Just get out of here, man. This is why I can't have nice things. You jerks come out of the woodwork. Alright, good shot at that dragon. That's a big boy over there. Gotta take out these tanks. They do a pretty insane amount of damage. Ah, missed. Can't miss that shot, man. You just can't miss that shot. Alright, let's keep this patched up. Let's add some reinforcements. Alright, dragon down. These guys just come on in like they own the place and destroy what I have built, and I don't appreciate it. Alright, we got a classic pincer attack going on now. Still kind of hanging in there. Just get out of here, dragon. Wave 30 of 40, so we still have a long ways to go here, friends. I want to keep these runes as long as I can. Alright, spray and pray. Got bats with increased HP as well. Shoot the bombards. Got to get out of here and stabilize if we can. That is, of course. Holy cow. Alright, what's going on? Okay, gotta patch up that little spot in the wall there. Alright, we got another rune. The bombard tower helps push them back. And if our citadel remains exposed for too long, we will, of course, lose. So I'm just kind of going crazy here, trying to make something out of nothing. Alright, dragon, get squelched. Let's go. Alright, let's repair this up quick. Might be in a period of stabilization. At least mildly. Since I'm just spamming arrows, let's add some more arrows. I mean, it's just crazy, like. It is crazy. Don't really have a strategy here, friends. I'm just mashing buttons. Yeah, I'll encircle it. Just give me a second. Gotta take out these runners. Alright, so let's see. Citadel, where you broken at? Getting random blocks doesn't help either, does it? We have 38 of 40. We gotta hang in there. We're just not doing enough damage, though. Alright, the ominous music. See if we can literally just patch it up amidst all these fireballs and whatnot. Oh my goodness. Patch that up. Patch it up. Live to fight another day. Get these big dragons. Can we stabilize? Can we? Let's see if we can make a recovery here. Alright, let's see. One little piece. I mean, I got enough gold to, I guess, theoretically continue to repair the walls. We'll certainly see. Getting pieces of wall that don't fit certainly doesn't help. I don't know what that cannon thing is, but it looks kind of imposing. It's like a Bowser war machine, right? Alright, one dragon down. My goodness. This game's crazy, man. Yeah. Encircle my citadel. I've heard it before. Alright, mash this guy down. Let's go. Alright, that appears to be some kind of boss units. Obviously. He's got a pretty impressive volley to unleash on yours truly. Are we damaging him at least a little bit? And then these spawners, man, that just wasn't really able to deal with. Impending doom, always. Gotta get this guy opened up so we can shoot him with the ballista. I don't know if these guys are glitched on the other side here, but I'm okay with that. I'm not seeing an HP value on this guy. I wonder where his HP's at. I don't really have time to look. I think I gotta start getting these little troop transport dudes down. Man, this is crazy. The amount of killing we're doing. Like, how many goblins you got, man? Though it is kind of enjoyable in slow motion. See the bombs drop. Yeah, it looks like they're just stuck up right there. And I'm okay with it. Definitely okay with that. We got that rune goblin from deep. He keeps throwing that blue projectile at me. Alright, refortify. Never mind, it's the boss that's throwing that blue thing at me, I think. No, he's right there. Take you out, man. Just get out of here. Got a speed rune, okay? This is definitely one of the more frenetic games I've ever played. That is for absolute certain. I think frenetic's perfect word for it, to be honest. My goodness. Man, so this thing's got a lot of HP. But it looks like all of the spawners on the western side of the map are not getting home because they're blocked up, which I think really benefits me. So I got a clear path so our ballista can shoot them. Be curious what Steam reviews say as the difficulty level of this game, right? Now, granted, I do think it's a game where you just have to kind of progressively build, but this is level 1. But I don't know. What we're doing is working. Strangely enough. Basically, every time he shoots, our wall gets destroyed. We have to repair it, but I mean, I'm doing fine on gold. This game is crazy, man. There's a couple of shots at him. Well, let's keep going, boys. We can turn in a winner here yet. I feel it. Yeah, those ballista shots are the key. Does such good damage. You just gotta clear a lane, otherwise just the random mobs get in the way. Let's go ahead and freeze that up. Alright, where you landing? Fiery projectile. Let's mow these guys down before they get home. That's right, get them. Alright, let's see, what do we have? Fix that right up. Alright, that was a good round. Man, if these guys weren't stuck, though, I'd be in so much trouble. Hopefully it shows me my kill count after this. Alright, we got him. Nice. Alright, so now we just got a little mop-up duty, I suppose. So let's use our bomb bars to take out these structures that are constantly spawning enemies. Start with that one. Got a bunch of them, actually. Start with that one as well. We'll continue on more like with that one. That's right, get wrecked. How about that one? This is probably the most insane tower defense game I've ever played. I mean, it just is. And if we didn't have this deal going on right here, I don't know how we stay upright. I really don't. And this is level 1, friends. Level 1. Wow, looks like we're gonna make it out in one piece. Unbelievably enough. Absolutely insane, dude. This game is insane. Wow. 12,589 gold accumulated, 6 new runes. How many kills? How many kills, game? You gotta tell me how many kills. That was absolutely insane. I am exhausted. I am exhausted. Wow. What a crazy, crazy game that is. But now, essentially, the rune system, it's all about this. So, we have 2 like runes right here, right? So we can merge these, right? And then eventually, down the road, you can merge these. But you gotta be, looks like level 6 to merge uncommon runes. Yeah. If that's level 1, I can't imagine what level 2 is, man. My goodness. But I am officially exhausted by this most unique tower defense title. So let's pop on back to the main menu and let's land this plane, because my goodness, was that a trip. So this has been Siegecaster. I sure hope you enjoyed. I mean, I jumped on into this. I played the tutorial. And the tutorial is very, very mellow, right? It sends a couple of units your way. You sort of have time to aim at them. You have time to expand. You have time to build a bunch of defenses. And it sends you into level 1 feeling pretty, confident and calm in the basic mechanics of the game. The game is not hard to play. It just throws so much at you, as evidenced right there in level 1, where we certainly did struggle. Like, I'm not going to deny that. We definitely struggled without that little pileup of enemies in the bottom left corner. I don't know if we turn in a W or not. Couldn't tell ya. I think we certainly chose the right citadel placement, that's for sure. And yeah, as long as you keep the walls repaired, the game is forgiving in that sense that, as long as you get them repaired back up in time, which of course requires gold, then you're good. The game will grant you more time in the level. But you saw it here today, a crazy, frenetic tower defense, skill-based siege defense title. Siegecaster, released in full very recently, in fact earlier this month of May Check it out for yourself if you like, link in the video description below. Let me know your thoughts as well in the comment section below. Like, what strategies do you think you would try? Maybe we needed more bombard towers, maybe we needed more of the ballista tower. What I don't like about the ballista tower, I mean, it's very, very strong. It's very reliable at taking out the very strong enemies, but it shoots straight line, and there's so many just weak mobs in the way that oftentimes they will intercept your ballista bolt, you know, and therefore the intended target is not met with the ballista bolt. So that's another thing that I learned in this one as well. I think, you know, arrows are pretty darn key, not against all enemies, but I mean, the more arrows you have, the better. I don't know, play around with it and let me know in the comment section below what strategies you have found success with. We'll greatly appreciate that. Also, let me know if you want to see your boy try level 2. I'd be happy to, you know, do my best to struggle through that one as well. But thanks again so much, my friends. I do appreciate you spending some time here today. And I'll be catching you in the next video. Thanks a lot.